Good morning, welcome to a morning review on Thursday the 12th of March. This is Kim Watson speaking for Easy Trader. Okay, looking at the Eurodollar first, and as you see, yesterday was yet another sell-off back to record lows, for near-term record lows. The 1.5 area seems to be the sort of line in the sand for a moment then, 1.05. We've just sort of taken a bit of a bounce off that. Currently rallying back up towards the 4-hourly 8 moving average, which has been quite a reasonable resistance level up until now. We've also just short of the daily pivot there, which again we haven't seen hit for a couple of days now. So can this push through? There is a possibility this can push through. I'm not totally convinced yet that it will push through and run towards that 60-minute 50 MA, but there is the possibility, if we can carry on pushing as we are at the moment, that and break through the daily pivot, that would be certainly the next target where we could be heading for. It's in quite a steep rally at the moment. A break of that rally may see us run back towards the Asian session lows that we saw overnight. Otherwise, we'll have to judge that as it comes. If it breaks beyond those sort of levels, the daily S1 was certainly at 1046 would be a reasonable target area. Okay, so at the moment, what we could see today after seeing so many days sold off is a bit of a short squeeze. That said, I was looking at the order books, and traders aren't that. It's quite interesting. It's we're seeing something like a wrong pen. There we go. We're seeing like a 40-60 split in terms of 60% short. But that is not to any extent extreme. You almost feel as this market's gone down here. Traders, a lot of retail traders particularly, probably are waiting for a bounce almost now, which may allow it to continue moving down at some point. But for now, we've seen the rally. We will be running into some points of resistance as we run through the morning. But in the short-term resistance levels, they're fewer and far between. But as I say, there will occur. Next point of resistance really is at hourly 50. Right. Okay. Moving on to the pound dollar. Seen a similar rally this morning. It's run through to dailies. Currently just pushing back again, back up to its 4-hourly 8s. Still got a possibility of really getting a bit more of a push on from here, but you sometimes not majorly convinced. For me to be looking at the short side on these markets, really, though, I need to allow them some movement. So it would have to be below this sort of trending line of what we're seeing at the moment. It is running up pretty strongly at the moment and could run up towards its hourly 50 again, but that has been tested. Even yesterday it was tested, so it's not as if it's something that hasn't been tested for a while. Anything that sort of really, if we really see some momentum building up today and a push up, well, perhaps that hourly 200 might not be too many days away. The most important thing is this weekly pivot, which we get a high probability of them being hit, and it hasn't been hit yet. So that would be certainly a target at some point. But this could just be a bit of a bit of a dead cat bounce almost. Before we see a continuation to the downside, but as I said, I need to wait for confirmation of anything to the downside at the moment, because I've got to err towards the bullish side. As also with the dollar yen here, still working its way south a little bit now. It's again, it's already broken through some of its key moving averages here. It's selling off some more, pushing down towards the it's already on its 100, maybe towards the hourly 200 at some point as we run through here. There are some trend lines that we could have popped on here, but I think we've already broken the sort of the more obvious trend lines there. So at the moment, we really going to be looking for the short side on the the dollar yen. Okay. Move on finally to the Aussie dollar, and another one that's pushed up very strongly. Closed out already above yesterday's highs, and pushing again back towards that 4-hourly. Well, in this case now we're looking 34 to the 50 moving average. just run into the 100 moving average, the hourly 100. But strong bars at the moment. It could be a little bit tad overbought, and if we do start seeing things roll over, well, the Aussie dollar may roll over a little bit quicker. But as I say, it does look a little overbought in the short term. But with this sort of momentum coming into the markets and the short covering will start occurring, this could continue through. So I'll be totally shocked if it continues through. Okay, that's it for me. There's not else to say on that. In terms of reports today, we've got data coming out today. We haven't got a significant amount of news really. I'm looking at the Australian employment figures already been out, so really we've only got the US core retail sales. Now anything to do with the US in terms of numbers at the moment much more important, so we could see a lot more volatility around that number. That's coming out at 12:30 today UK time, bearing in mind the daily savings time is now effective in the US. Okay, that's it for me. Hope you have a great day. Bye for now.